I had her so close this whole time, and she was my #1 hater. Your name on it? No? You like me?
Hey, cocky as fuck, everything about me poppin'. Got face, I got body, you name it, I got it. Cocky as fuck, bitch, you know I'm conceited. Your hoe wanna be me, your nigga want eat it. Cocky as fuck, everything about me poppin'. Got face, I got body, you name it, I got it. Cocky as fuck, nigga, fuck your opinion. I hustle or get it, I get it, I get it. I am not seeking approval. I'm #1, I tell bitches what to do. He heard I'm Creole, he think I know voodoo. Bitch, I will twist your ass up like a noodle.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. If this is your first time, then welcome. And I hope you're here to stay, and I hope you subscribe to me. Okay, so let's get into the story. And today's story is going to be about my fake ass friend. And this is the backstory, the opening to the 4-part series I'm about to put on your ass. Or maybe 3-part series. So we weren't friends like that. We hung around like this same girl, but she was just this girl was always just so quiet. The girl that I'm talking about, the fake friend, we're gonna call her Dirt, cause she's a dirty why else would we be calling her Dirt? Keep it real, come on, be honest. We just had this same friend. Me and Dirt, we weren't cool, but we weren't not cool. We would talk and stuff, but not how we was on it before. We hung around the same girl. That's just how we met. We had a mutual friend. And so I told my mutual friend, I'm pretty sure I probably told her too, because I knew that she lived in the So we just had a mutual friend, and I told them I was moving to where she lived, and she took me up under her wing. She showed me around where we were living. It's a big apartment complex. Everything's connected, all the apartments are connected. So she showed me around. She showed me around what bus to take. She showed me where she lived. She showed me everything. My mom would do barbecues and stuff. She would have cotton candy for the kids and stuff. She would always be around. Her and her mom would always be around. My mom was friends with her mom, so we were always around each other. Cause especially now that we've lived in the same place, time goes on a little, and we get closer and closer and closer. In my eyes, we got closer, but she just we just got a little closer or whatever. I would pick her up. We'd go catch the bus together, walk to the bus together. We run for the bus together. I would be late for the bus waiting for her. Yeah, we started to hang out, get closer and stuff. So I considered her to be my best friend. She was the only person I was hanging out with that. That's what I define a best friend as. I hang out with you every day. You're the only person that I go to link or want to chill with. You're my best friend. Okay, you're my best friend. So, but she would never want to be oh, we're best friends. She would never jack that. She wouldn't say that we were best friends. So I'm just after I noticed that, I was just I mean, so we're not friends. We're not best friends. We're just close. I used to always say close. It used to get to me a little oh wow, she don't even want to say I'm her best friend. But now looking back, I didn't need her. I had it's just unbelievable how close I had somebody who really had this hatred for me. Whoa, that just mind boggles me. That I let somebody who wants to cause me harm that close to me. So anyways, she didn't want to say we were best friends. So she would do she would always try to single me out, be oh, if it was me, her sister, and my sister, they're all dark skinned and I'm the only light skinned person. But like, who's thinking of that? Like, oh, I'm the only light skinned. Oh, I'm the only... So she'd be like, oh, dark skin's over here, light skin's over there, and I'll be like walking by myself. Like, it wouldn't hurt me, but like looking back, I'm just like, wow, this is where your hate started. Because like, I'm not saying she hated me because I was light skinned, but in a way, like, she did. She would just be like, oh yeah, but light skins don't have to go through what dark skinned people have to go through. Yeah, but like, we're all black. Like, black people all have the same hardships. Say if like I got a job or something, like just for example, or say if we both went to a job. This didn't happen, but this is me giving an example. She'll be like, if she didn't get hired and I did, she'll be like, yeah, it's because you probably are light skinned. Like, they probably think you're like Spanish or something. Like, you don't believe how many times people tell me things like that. Like, and it just gets on my nerves when people say stuff like that. Like, no, I got the job because I'm a hardworking. Like, yeah, it's just little things like that. And we used to like hang out. We live on the west side, so we used to always want to go to the east side because everybody was over there. So we always want to hang out on the east side. So, but the guys, like, they like would tolerate her, but none of them like liked her. So she would always be fighting with them or arguing with them. Like, it wouldn't like be like always, but most of the time it would be her and them arguing. So they didn't really like her like that. Like, they messed with me and my sister more because we lived over there. Like, before we lived on the west side. We lived on the east side before we lived on the west side, so we knew everybody. She probably knew them, but like, we brought her more over there, so they would always bully her, like, or just make her the butt of the joke. She would be crying and shit. Like, that's the only time I ever seen her cry, was when those guys made her cry. And yes, but you see, like, I'm just mentioning these little things, like, oh, her doing the light skin thing and shit like that, because that's where her problem that I didn't know about with me rooted from. Like, she never admitted like that she was hating on me this whole time, but I'm just, after you see all the parts of this story, you will see that this bitch is a hater. I would get her to do everything with me. Like, we would hang out every day. Like, if I was going outside, I'm going to her house to, like, it was a day where we didn't hang out. Like, it was never a day where I wouldn't be like, if I was outside, or maybe we didn't hang out because she didn't want to come outside or something. That was probably, or I couldn't come outside. That was probably the only time that we didn't hang out. Where was I? Damn, where the fuck was I? I really have a brain fart right now. Oh yeah, that was just where it rooted from. That was where the hate rooted from. Fast forward to high school. Like, when we were in high school, we were fine. Everything was good. We would always be with each other, hanging out all the time. 9th grade. I feel like this was 9th or 10th. No, it was 9th. And I had like, bro, if I could show you, if I could find pictures of my ugly little self in high school, or when I had that little ugly faux hawk, I will insert them, because you'll be like, what the fuck?
Abunda la caca.
Okay. So I was a little ugly. Not even gonna lie. I used to have that little mohawk, whatever. This much hair, literally, like, everything else was cut. Everybody was just like, ew, that's that girl with no hair. It's like embarrassing to talk about, but it was just like, it was true. Everybody knew me as that little ugly dyke. So one day I missed school, and when they came back from school, they were telling me that it was this new guy in school. So my sister was telling me, and they were saying how he had a crush on Dirt. I almost said her name. Did I say her name? If I said it, I'm gonna have to bleep it out. But Dirt. He had a crush on Dirt. So, but she's like trying to play it off like, I don't date light skins. Like, I only like dark skinned guys. Like, But she's like gassed. Like, you know when a bitch is gassed, but she don't want to admit that she gassed. She was gassed the up. She like, no, I don't like him. I come to school the next day. My little ugly self. Come to school. This was probably, yeah, I was ugly. But I come to school and he's just like, he tells my sister that he likes me. So my sister tells me. So, and I seen him. So I was like, who's the new kid? So I seen him and I was just like, oh, he's cute. You sure you don't like him? But I'm like, oh, he's cute. He's handsome, tall, and light skinned. But now I'm like, looking back, that's what I thought. But now he's just like some doofy, like, nasty. I was about to say spill some tea on his ass, but I forgot. Somebody told me that and I can't say anything.
But that's none of my business.
But I was just so gassed, like, finally, like, somebody cute likes me. Like, that was the first time a cute guy liked me. So I was just like, you sure me? You sure you like me? Your name on it? No? You like me? So I was just like, ooh, gassed up, shorty. Said I need my 40. Pull up to the party. Alright, but I was gassed the fuck up. He tells my sister that. So I told him, I'm like, ooh, Tina told me that he likes me, blah, blah. So somehow she likes him now. So we both like him. So one day I guess we were like texting about it or something. So I went to her house and I was just like when she really like when I found out that she liked him, we both liked him. So we just wound up having a conversation about it. Like, so I went to her house and I was like, why don't we just agree that neither of us date him? It's just that simple. Like, none of us date him, and we were fine without him. We'll be fine. I don't know what the fuck the saying is, but you know what I mean. I'm just like, okay, so let's just agree that we both won't date him. And she's like, I was like, yeah, let's shake on it. She just laughing like in my face, like she's just like, she always covers her mouth when she laughs because her teeth are rotting and she has black spots on her teeth. She always goes like this when she talks because her mouth smells like manure. No, let me stop. Me and me, for my teeth full out. I'm annoying. Yes. So, damn, now I forgot. That's God. That was my karma.
12 seconds later.
So, oh yeah, she just laughing. Like, she just, the whole time I'm trying to get her to shake on it, she just like trying to laugh it off, like trying not to. So I'm just confused. Like, I was just like, so we're not gonna shake on it? Like, are we gonna shake on it? Let's shake on it. Let's shake on it. Kept trying to push it on her. She just laughing and shit. Like, so I took her hand. Like, she always talks to me through her door that has no screen on it. I like took her hand and I just was like, we both won't date him. She's laughing. She goes in the house. I leave. I'm very fucking confused as I should be, because it's just like, so what does this mean? Like, I forced you to shake my hand. So does that mean that you really meant it? Or does that mean that I forced you and you're going to do what you want to do? I think that means every bitch for themselves. Fast forward a couple days. Or maybe fast forward like 1 or 2 days. And he texts my sister's boyfriend, like, oh, tell Tina to tell her sister, like, I want to, like, basically, I want to ask Monet out. So Tina told me, and I was just like, yeah. So I told her Like, I told her to text Dirt and tell her what was going on. So I told her. She's like, wow, that's so fake. Like, we shook on it. Like, we both said we weren't gonna date him. Basically how she's not fucking with me. So I'm just like, just tell him never mind. Like, I don't know. Like, just tell him I don't want to fuck with him. So she tells him never mind. I go to school, she's just not talking to me at all. She's just ignoring me and shit. So I'm just like, she ignored me for like 2 weeks, but I was just like, bitch, I'm not about to kiss your ass. You should have shook on it when you had the chance. Don't be mad now, because if it was the roles were reversed, looking back, like, I believe she would have been like, yeah, I would date you. Like, she would have fucked with him, and I would have been the one. I'm the type of person, I don't like, I wouldn't hold like that, a grudge like that. I'd just be like, all right, I see what type of bitch this bitch is. Like, I wouldn't even let you see that I'm hurt about it, but I would go home and be hurt. Like, I'd be like, wow, this bitch really just did that. Like, I mean, she saw him first, but she didn't want a jacket. Like, bitch, don't be scared to say you like somebody. He cute, he cute. He not. But she just wasn't talking to me for that long about that. But that was just backstory for the parts 2 and 3 and maybe 4. We don't know yet. But part 2 is gonna get very interesting, and I'm gonna show you just how grimy this dirty ass bitch can get. So stay tuned for part 2 if you want to watch that. It'll be up probably the next day after this video or the next day. So yeah, so make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and put those post notifications on if you are interested in hearing part 2 on my fake friend series. And thank you for watching through this whole time. If you made it to the end, you are real. You are real. Bye guys.